Our neighbor just made a loaf of sourdough bread. I'll be making some garlic olive oil dip, and she put this little design in there that's hand cut. She likes to experiment and then give them to us to eat. And I got my liquid gold to dip it in. I always do this where I keep something for a really long time and then one day I decide to throw it out, and now I need it. And I found this tiny paintbrush. I think it'll do. I'm just doing some touch-up. I'm gonna paint this little guy black. So get the brush nice and loaded with paint, and then just happy little clouds. Voila, all black. We just got to get a little bit of that dust, desert dust over there, and then it'll match. Garlic mash, salmon, crispy. So I think we got the rats again. We see that right there. All that looks like he climbed up and then did some little maneuvers here. And the prints go down. They look like they slide down. So he's probably coming up and then coming through here. You can hear, I don't know if you can see it. Nope, you can't see it, but I have where that white is. One of those ultrasonic mouse repellers. Got one on this side too. You can see it back there. There's that white dot. It's back in there. So what they do is they climb up in the wheel well, and then they climb up here, and you can see the footprints here sliding, slipping and sliding around. So I put these in last night, so hopefully these guys aren't in there tonight. But I put this on the bank because they like to go back there. So this is what I got. That's just test mode. That's not how it sounds, but it detects motion. So when they're up in here, this thing lets off a noise that we can't hear, that they can hear, and it's supposed to repel them. And I don't know if it works, but taking my chances with it and putting that in there. I had some orange tape on this side holding up the insulation for the doghouse. And then what they do is they peeled off some of that tape and ran through here. And then they like to nest down here behind the driver headlight. So if you have one of these vans, check down in there. When we were in the forest, there was something in there, and it wasn't a mouse. It was pretty big, and I stuck a wire down there, and it fought me for a little bit, and then ran up and out, went down through there, and it went out the bottom that way. So hopefully these two little ultrasonics will repel the rats out here. We heard a little bit of knocking at night, and not as much as in the forest. But I don't know if this is from here or the last day that we spent in the forest. And I think it was the last day we spent in the forest, because before we took off, I told Mrs. Chico, once I turn the engine on, watch the rats come out. And sure enough, they jumped out of the van from the backside, from the back rear tires. You can see the lights going off now. And they ran into the fire pit. So they'll jump out and run into the rocks. What I also do is, now I put a motion light right there. So when they run up this, and then they come up here, that'll turn on and hopefully repel them. If they come in through here, then the ultrasonic will get them. And one day I was spraying peppermint spray right in here and in here, and I do it on all 4 tires before we go to bed at night, and that helps to keep the rodents away. But one night I was spraying right here, and one critter jumped out from here, ran down here, jumped, and then ran into a hole in the ground within a split second. It was so fast. I didn't even really see what it was, but it was definitely a critter. I think I should coat this too in some black satin, since it's visible now. Projects never end. So yeah, got done with these today. These are nice and dry. This side, got them all done. I got this light that goes in here for tonight. Got this one all done. We got a light in there. This was the tire where the mouse came out of. So he came out from back here and just went real fast. Got this one all done. Got my light back there too. So if you think you got the mouses in your rig, they will come up here. They will nest on top of the fuel tank if they get up on this side, and then if they're in the engine, they will nest inside the engine, deep in the engine. And I just don't want them chewing up the wires. So I use lights, I use peppermint spray, and I use the ultrasonic mouse deterrents, and hopefully that'll work. And hopefully if you have some kind of rodent issues, that would help you too. Opening up the hood and leaving it open doesn't really help, because I had my hood open all day, and that's when I found that, I don't know what it was in the engine. So hope that one helped. Until the next one.